Welcome back, everybody, to Rebirth the Moonlock Protocol. I am the Bearded OG, and in this episode, we are going to get our silencers made, and we're probably going to go ahead and start some Tier 3 jobs. But let's talk for a moment about Horde base situations. I've been giving this some thought. And I think I want to... I don't want to build yet another fucking Horde base from scratch right now. I will do that eventually. But I think I want to give this base another shot.
I've got a bad feeling
with
about this.
the following changes. We're going to make this a lot stronger. We're going to make multiple accesses up to our tunnel there with stouter... larger pyramid stairs. This section over here, I'm going to turn into one just big solid 3x3 concrete block up to the awning there. We're going to repair and reinforce this building with concrete. And then I'm going to purchase and save armor-piercing ammo from Hugh to use exclusively on the Horde Knight for more killing power. And we'll give that a try. And if that doesn't work either, then we move the Horde base, we build a new Horde base in the forest or the desert. So that's the plan there. Okay? And I'm going to do all of that off camera. I'm not going to do that on camera because I've already done a couple of really long builds of a base that's essentially the same thing. So I'm not changing the design of this. I'm just going to make it stronger, reinforce it better, and use armor-piercing ammo. And we'll see how we do on the next Horde Night. I am also going to do all of that right now while I have daylight. But here again, I'm not going to do it on camera. Because I just don't want to keep showing you guys the same content over and over. So when I come back...
My senses have picked up something.
We will... well, here, actually, let's do two more things with you on camera. Let's sell the stuff that we have. I have not been back to the hives. And both of the hives, the forest and the desert, have a whole bunch of stuff that I could go get worth thousands and thousands of dollars. And I probably will do that eventually, but that's not a priority right now. What is a priority is getting our Horde base ready to go again so I don't have to worry about it, so then we can focus on other things like getting, to work on our Tier 3 jobs and our snow caves. Okay, so let's quickly, though, do some selling. So we'll put on our bartering gear. And, I had another thought, and I don't know what happened to it. It just escaped me because that's what happens when you get old. I also need to go get more gasoline, too. So let's put that little bit of gas in there. I want to do some more weapon comparisons as well. So here, let's go in here, and we'll just put all of those weapons in there for now, and we'll deal with them later. This we're going to sell, actually. Okay, so, yeah, oh, we got a bear. We got a bear. There's a bear.
Master, we are not alone.
Shit. Okay. We got food delivered. Where is my knife? I'm always losing my hunting knife. I don't know what the hell it is. It's not in here. I'll probably left it in one of those drop bins. Here, we can use this knife. I think this knife is, I don't know if it's as good as the hunting knife, but it's way better than the sword for harvesting. And we're hitting our car, of course, because the bear's right next to it. Yeah, we got 48 pieces of meat, and I think I damaged him a little bit, too, unintentionally. All right, we'll put this in here. In fact, let's put that in there. I'm going to put these special foods in there. This is medical stuff. So let's just put all this medical in here right now. Okay, so what are we doing? We're selling. Let me get situated, and then I'll bring you back, and we'll do the sale so we see how much money we make. All right, guys. I actually
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Dude.
Oh,
Wait. Fucking Lex.
You're not Donnie.
I don't have as much stuff to sell actually as I thought I did. So right now we have 8,000. So let's go ahead and sell you. What does Ada Wong shoes do? It's run speed. The whole set is reduced % of critical injuries and infection. Now, let's sell that. Player Redfield, more dukes and loot stage bonus. That we might want to hang on to. Recovery items work faster. Range damage. No, because we have 15% range damage.
Now, that's the one.
Yeah, range weapons damage 15%. So I haven't found anything better than that so far.
You got taste. Prove it.
Hit girl gloves, rifle damage and reload speed, and resistance to storm effects, which is completely useless because I have that turned off. I don't care about the Michonne bonus, ranger, reload, faster. Yeah, I don't care about that either. Okay, so we'll sell this and this. That gets up to 92.
Packing heat is always a good idea.
We are actually lowest on 9mm because I used the Glock 17 a lot. So yeah, let's get some 9mm ammo. Okay, we got that done, and then all right, I wanted to look at the coyote set. Commando wasn't I going to sell those? Yeah, I was going to sell those.
Trust Jen's remedies. I'd rather hoping the dead stay dead. One customer at a time.
Okay, so we're going to keep those two armor pieces. That can go in a fridge. What is this? This is reduces degradation of your entire set of armor. I think... Okay, hold on. Don't I have that on my normal armor that I'm currently wearing? What I wanted to do, though, is I wanted to check out the coyote set. Yeah, that's actually kind of my mining building set. But let's actually look at the coyote set first, and then we're going to do a couple other things too. I'm interested in this full dread blade set because what it does, it's faster reload speed. But look at this helmet; it's got 45% stun resist. That is actually big. So I'm building a dread blade set. I'm going to get my armor life sorted. It's just there's so many pieces of armor, it gets a little overwhelming. But that that is in the works. Anyway, okay, so we got coyote boots there. I mean, these are close enough to each other to where I don't know if that matters a whole lot. We got the coyote gloves here, and then somewhere else I should have the coyote headpiece. I will get organized eventually. I'm not super concerned about getting organized here though, because this is a temporary setup. I know I keep saying that. That's 9. That's 8.9. Yeah, let's go with this coyote bandana. Okay, so that's the full set, right? Yeah. So if we take this, those are our selling. So just put those out of the way for a minute. Okay, so we should, yeah, we got the full set bonus here. Kills with shotguns grants you 5% extra XP and regenerates 1 HP. Okay, so each kill we get 1 point of health. Plus we have 10% range and handling with the headpiece. We have a health bonus with this. We have 10% damage to everything, and we have 10% reload speed. So that is, you know, when we find a kick-ass shotgun, we're gonna try this outfit. I'm not necessarily gonna do that right now, though. So why don't we? I'm probably gonna do like a separate gun safe. I've got a bunch of them somewhere for armor pieces that we're going to keep, and then I'm gonna start either. You know, well, I've been selling, but I'll probably just start melting down. You know, the other stuff, because we get, you know, a decent amount of resources from it. But let's just put that set in there for now, because we will make use of it when we have like a really good shotgun. Okay. Now, on my current set, which I think I'm going to keep this because I'm going to need to do some more mining, so we'll just keep wearing this for the moment. But if we go to our weapon, so let's go to our M60, for example. We found this fire rate tier 2. So the circular thingies are weapon mods, the square ones are armor mods. So let's take Cripple'em off of here, because this is going to give us 30 more rounds per minute on the fire rate, which is huge. Right now, does it even tell us what the fire rate is? Range, magazine, yeah, so it's 326 at the moment, and now it should be 350 something or other. Yeah, 356. So that's a significant boost in fire rate. I also have a tier 1 fire rate, so if we can find one more of those, then we can combine, you know, with the tier 2 and get tier 3. So we just increase the DPS of our, you know, Old Faithful here by a significant amount, which is pretty cool. All right, next, let's just open these up and put them away. We got a dart bundle trap. I'm gonna just save that. There's no point in opening that right at the moment. We could incorporate that. Okay, try again. We could potentially incorporate that into our horde base at some point. All of this stuff is full of shit. Good Lord, I'm so disorganized right now. It's an organized disorganization.
You
though.
look kind of soft. A big ass gun will make you.
Oh, here we go. Okay, I was gonna say I gotta have
Just
somewhere
like
that has some
me.
open space. Let's grab these crossbow bolts really quick. Oh, you know what? We don't need that. We can sell this thingy. And I'm not gonna put my.
Looking to arm up? Check these out.
I'm not gonna put my suit
made a
on.
great
Oh,
decision.
there was one other thing I want to look at. So this is our armor degradation. What are we wearing right now? Wait, what? No, go here, modify. We have a tier 2 degradation. Okay, so let's sit on this one, and if we find another one, we can combine that to. That's the wrong one. That's an attack speed. Okay, you know what? I'm going to just keep that in there too. So we'll keep this in here, and if we find another tier 1, we can combine them. Let me just quickly make sure I don't have another one of those floating around somewhere. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Let's broadcast that chest. And we'll put that in there. I wanted to, excuse me, I just want to take a quick look at our quick comparison between the fire rate on the crossbow versus the compound bow. So this one, they both have the same mod slots. This one does less damage but has more range and velocity. I don't think I care about that because it's not a huge amount. So that I think we sell, and we are going to put our outfit back on for that because it'll be worth it. What did I do with it? Oh, I still have it in my inventory. Shit, I should have just done that with that other thing too, but I thought I had put it away. Can't take me anywhere. Okay, so which one's which again? We want the one with higher damage. Yeah, we want to keep this one, and we'll sell this one.
I got weapons that can gut a Zed head in seconds.
Nice.
Having good ordnance is a healthy start to a glorious day.
Okay, so let's do a quick test here. So we'll set you down here, load you up with just some stone crossbow bolts. Okay, so how fast can we fire this? We really need to aim unless we're super close. That's reasonably fast. But is it as fast as this? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I think we're going to keep the compound bow. Plus, the compound bow does a little more damage, too, though it doesn't quite have the velocity. I'll hang on to that crossbow, compound crossbow for now. But, yeah, I just want to do that test. Okay, the other thing I wanted to quickly do is compare. I'm running out of daylight. I should have done all this at nighttime, but whatever. It is what it is. Let's compare these two weapons, and we want to make sure that they have equivalent ammo. So, okay, this doesn't... Now this one's not loaded at all. Okay, so if we could do the comparison, the fall does 2.5 more damage, but less magazine, significantly slower fire rate, significantly slower range. I don't think this is... Yeah, this just does not compare to this. Unless I'm missing something. Okay, so that means we're going to sell this. Because, yeah, I just don't see any reason. I already have 2 AKMs anyways. So I don't see any reason to keep that other weapon. I just don't.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie!
That guy's...
Oh, wait.
Such a fucker.
You're not Donnie.
The other, I don't know where that other weapon is, but I got it somewhere. Okay, yeah, let's just sell this for the cash.
Told you that. Guns, guns, and more guns.
And, yeah, there we go. Okay.
Keep
So
it
that gets
coming.
us our money up to 11. Now, I have somewhere... our Glock 17 is completely broken. I was thinking about switching to... I've got a Colt M19 right here. This is a more powerful weapon than this by a fairly significant amount, though it does have a slower fire rate. We can improve that a little bit, though, either with that mod or with an auto. But it also has more range, though, too. But this doesn't have any bonus on it. Even so, what I'm going to do, I want to try it and see how I like it. And if I like it a lot, then we will pay Poppy to put a bonus on here. So let's just try it. I'm not going to give up on the Glock 17 yet. I'm just going to temporarily try this one and see how things go. So let's do... right now, its fire rate is 222. Okay, so if we put this on, that increases it a little bit. So that, yeah, we do see a little bit of an increase there. And yeah, we'll give this a try. Let's just quickly see how fast it does fire. All right, so I don't know if I like the sound of that as much as the Glock. I like the Glock sound better, but whatever. We'll try this out, and I'll see how I feel about it, and then if I'm ultimately not impressed, we'll go back. We'll get the Glock 17 repaired and keep using it, because this thing has just been my favorite. Day to day, every day, 9mm weapon. I use it a lot, and it's cheap to fire too, comparatively, right? Okay, guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it for all of our fucking around for now. Here, put that there, that there, that there. So what I'm going to do is spend the rest of today... No, where, not modify. Working on the Horde base. I'm going to have to go do a bunch of mining to make concrete. I have... oh, okay. I can make 70 blocks worth right there, so that's good. And just get that Horde base back in shape. And speaking of which, let's use our money, or some of our money,
Bob's for
to
escaping.
just buy
I'm frickin' fronting.
We're going to keep buying armor-piercing 7.62s in particular from him. And
Happy
like I said, we're going to
trails.
sit on these
Happy hunting.
and use those for the Horde Night. And we'll see how things go. All right, I will bring you back at some time in the future. And the plan for the rest of this episode will be that we'll go out and we'll start doing some tier 3 jobs. See you in a bit. Hey guys, I forgot we were going to make some silencers. So it looks like I can make several of these. Let's see how. I'm thinking let's make 2, one for our pistol and one for our sniper rifle. If we're using the M60, where silencing is already not a thing. And I don't think it makes a whole lot of sense to put one on an Anaconda. So we'll put a silencer on our sniper and our pistol. Obviously, we don't want to put one on our pump shotgun. And then, you know, that way we can go cool and quiet whenever the opportunity presents itself. Okay, so let's go back to you. I think... oh boy, this is hard to decide what to replace with it. I really kind of want to keep this on there for the faster fire rate. We don't necessarily need... Well, here, let's just take that off and see what it looks like. Sometimes the silencer in this game screws up the sights a little bit. It gets in the way. I mean, we could live with that. But I think I'd prefer to have... Yeah, I think I'd prefer to have that for more accuracy. So we'll just have to do without the light on there. Okay, and then what are we going to give up on the sniper? We will give up same thing. Yeah, we'll have to give up the flashlight because I don't want to give up any of those other ones. Let's switch to the cheaper ammo. Hey, there's our horde base. All right, well, it's quieter. And I have somewhere, or I had, it's possible I've gotten rid of it, but I thought I had some gloves that affect silencer damage somewhere. It wouldn't be Nomad, it wouldn't be those. It's like the Hitman gloves or something like that. Oh, it's these. The Snake Between Flower gloves. Blades and suppressor guns damage 10%. Okay, let's... Okay, so I don't know if that's a good idea because we're giving up 15% just across the board range damage or a 10% increase in damage with a silencer. So let's look at something. If we go here, right now it says our range damage is 90.5. Oh, wait a minute. The silencer is not reducing the damage of the weapon like it does in vanilla. Okay, that's a good thing. If we... Okay, what was the damage thing? 90.5. Just for shits and grins, if we put this on... Yeah, okay, so we did add 97... We added 7.9 damage to this weapon, but we reduced our 15% damage overall, which is going to reduce the damage of the stuff that's not using the silencer. So right now that's 82.4. And it's still 82.4. By ranged weapons, are we talking specifically about bows? Let's see, that's 96. No, that doesn't change this up here either. I interpret range to be anything this range, whether it's a bow or a gun. Interesting. Okay. Well, I don't think it's worth... for now, I'm going to assume that this 15% applies across the board to guns and bows. So it doesn't make sense for me to get rid of 15% to add to 10%. Even though, if we look at this and then we remove that, it doesn't reflect that in the value, whereas this does. See, now it's 97. So I don't know how that really is supposed to work. So for now, I'm going to stick with this unless I find out otherwise. Okay, see you guys in a bit. All right, guys, I'm back. And I have made pretty significant progress on the Horde base, but it's not quite ready yet. I don't know what day it is. My guess is it's either very late Friday or maybe even Saturday. But let me show you what I've done. So anyway, I dug this out mostly to quarry stone because I need a lot of stone. And then...
Incoming enemies. Prepare for conflict.
Okay, so I'm pretty much finished in terms of block placement with one exception, but I still have a lot of upgrading to do. So we fixed this entryway with a much wider, smoother transition up to the stairs. But as you can see, I also added 2 more entries onto the ramp that are much closer to my position. So hopefully this will encourage the zombies to path, and they just come up here, and then go along the way there on both sides. So again, the idea being that the entrance is much closer to us, so hopefully that'll really encourage them to path. I'm gonna also fill this in and just beef up the supports some more too. But if this works the way that I hope it does, they should path and not really be too concerned about taking stuff down here. This is all solid concrete now, and it's going to be... I gotta repair that. It's going to be solid concrete all the way up to the top. So I already put the middle blocks in there, but as you can see, I don't have them upgraded yet because I ran out of concrete. And so, with that being a solid block, it means we're not 100% reliant upon the red ruby itself to keep us, from collapsing. But we also have it too. I went around and repaired the outer walls of the red ruby and reinforced, all of the, as we'll grab that, the center area too. I didn't repair every single, possible block, but I got most of it. So the building is back in really good condition all by itself, on its own merit. But here again, this is just going to be solid 3x3 pillar all the way up to the top, which is, basically going to make this base way stronger than my first version of it. I just really underestimated the Horde. Now up here, as you can see, everything is now upgraded to concrete. I took that door out that I put in backwards. I've got some other ones back at the base. So I got everything upgraded to concrete. I'm going to put in a top row of electric fences too. So we're going to have a total of 6 instead of 3 to, beef that up and just, give us that much more control over the zombies. I started making steel, but I'm out of coal because you need coal to make molten steel in order to make steel in Rebirth. So that's one thing I got to go get. I'm assuming coal probably naturally occurs in the burn biome, but there's also these. This is like a burned. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's a burn biome with a lot of charred trees. So I could probably get a decent amount of coal just by going and cutting, those trees down. Yeah, and so this all these bars and as much of this cage where the zombies are really going to be concentrated, and including this door, I'm going to get that all upgraded to steel. So that is the plan. And I think, with all those changes, in addition to using exclusively AP ammo, which I continue to buy from the trader when in stock resets, I think we'll have a pretty good fighting chance the next time around. Now, here's the thing, though. I probably won't be ready for the next Horde Night at this base. So if I'm not, then we'll do another House Against the Horde Night here in the snow biome for the next Horde Night if we're not ready, because I don't want to use this base until it is fully ready. If we try and use it when it's not fully ready, bad things will probably happen. So that is the plan there. Okay, so let's go back to the base and, oh, you know what? There was one other thing I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure the bowling alley, they've really done a number on this. I didn't have time to do anything with this, but it was that area in the back. I did take one of the ladders out. Yeah, this is going to take a little bit more time than I want to spend right now on that. So let's not do that right now, because I want to do at least one job before we wrap up this episode. Grab the large stones and limestone from that. But I mean, this building is, it's back to being as strong as it was originally, if not more so. Plus, we've added all of this too. So I would say it's unlikely that all of that stuff would fail on us. Certainly possible, but unlikely. Whoop. Damn it, Jim. There. I also did a little bit more cleanup around Hugh's place. It kind of looks weird in here with his walls being gone, but it is what it is. But there was a bunch of vehicles and stuff, so I salvaged all those to get the gas and to get them out of the way. Cleaned all of this up here. Cleaned stuff up over here. So, the place is looking pretty good. There's still a few more things like that cart that I could do, but... Alright, so you're working on a little more concrete. But, for those of you who don't know, basically, molten steel, we need iron and coal. And I've got plenty of iron, as you can see, but I don't have coal. I also made myself a crucible, because we need that as well. And in Rebirth, you can make that. It just takes iron, clay soil, and oil, so that wasn't a big deal. In normal Rebirth, though, you have to, I think, well, I could be wrong about this, but I think you might have to do a quest to get the crucible. So it's not quite as simple as just making it, but Ramsey made that a little simpler for us in Moonlock. If I'm right about that, I could be wrong about that, so I'm not really sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a job.
Not besties.
Incoming enemies. Prepare for conflict.
Pen pals. Let's just get down to business, okay? I'm not feeling really chatty.
They delivered lunch to us. Oh! Okay. 2 lunch deliveries. Okay, let's take some jobs. Navigating Fire District, Jim and Tim's bullets and booze. We could do the bowling alley. That would reset the whole building. Yeah. Why don't we do that?
I've got a particular
that way
problem.
We kind of
Can you help
accomplish
me
a
out?
couple of things at the same time.
This isn't charity. Pay up or pay the consequences.
Yeah, he hasn't reset for the next day in terms of his armor piercing. I'm just doing 7.62 and slugs because those are really probably the main 2 weapons that we will use. Right.
There's
okay.
always tomorrow. For the armed and dangerous, that is.
And I've got 400 rounds saved up so far and 289 slugs. So that's where we are with all of that. All right, what are we doing? We're going to... go do that stuff. I'm gonna put a couple of things away that we don't need to take with us for jobs. Let's just eat that right now. Okay, let's just run over here because it's so close to the base. That way we can save gas on the police car, which is another thing I need to do, and go out and get more gas. As story of my life, man. And what we can do is put
I've got a bad feeling about this.
a drop chest out in front as needed. Level 54. All right. Yeah, this will actually work out quite well because then it'll repair the building. We already got the stuff out of there, so yeah, let's just do it. Okay, and we need... Oh, God, I can't even see that. How in the hell am I supposed to... I don't know. I'm not even going to mess with it. What is this? This is a clear. So, yeah, one thing I need to remember to do, too, when we go in here is to make sure that area in the back is fixed so they can't get through. Okay, let's do this. We'll try and use our silenced weapons as much as possible. You gonna move or what? What is she doing? It's funny. It's nice having the silenced weapon, man. Okay. As usual, I'm not going to salvage, do that later. Let's just clear and loot, but not salvage. I think that's the way we have to go, right? Because isn't all this blocked off in here? There's a wall safe. Let's open that. Oh, man. Something's fucked up here. I can't do that because I can't see what I'm doing. So I guess for this, I'm just going to break it. It won't take that long.
This has picked up something.
My hammer has picked up something, or actually, more like dropped it on the ground.
Resume.
Guess I had the dog turned off. One thing I've noticed when mining in particular, and doing stuff like this, the morale booster on the drone is actually quite helpful, you know, for stamina regen. So as much as I piss and moan about that drone, it is useful. Shaft, and is this a pay? Yeah. Okay, so I guess that's all we can do in the front. We'll grab those pool tables later because those are worth some money. Okay, let's go. Door's locked.
Incoming enemies. Prepare for conflict.
Combo's in that area. Here. If I look at you, does that make you move? Because you're right in the fucking way again. Man, I'll tell you what, I am really happy we have the silencer now. Super useful. Okay. I've actually only done this POI one other time, so I'm not super familiar with it. I know there's quite a bit to it in terms of going up and down and all around, that sort of thing. Guess there's nobody in here. Gas. So I'm in there, eh? Just double check. It's a whole nother room. Why don't we actually pop one of those? Plug. And some dollar bills.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
I think that it's back there that we gotta go to tear down the ladder that they got up on the roof with. Here's good. Alright, there's just a trash up there. Not really too worried about it. There's a workbench. You know, we still haven't found the thing. The propane stove. Seems like that's one of the hardest things to find in Rebirth, at least for me. You know, historically it has been. I think we have all the other workstations except for that one. Guess we're supposed to go up that way. Couple of lockpicks, that's good. That's the entryway. There's a decent amount of salvage in here. Yeah, we'll grab all those lights and stuff later, if I have time. I'll try to get to it. I don't need another workbench. Okay, let's go up the rope. And into the vent. Back there.
Master, we are not alone.
Down here. Are we supposed to break this? I think we are, yeah. Jump down here and then get a rush. Combos? Oh, right. We gotta do a crawl. Okay, this is what we gotta break here. This is how they got to us last time. So, this is probably... Oh, good. That's only 1,000 hit points. All right. Some of these are 10,000. Okay. Turns the flames off. Go down this way. Gets us up into the bowling alley proper. Gonna get a rush here pretty quick, as I recall. Okay, no sniper opportunities there.
Incoming enemies. Prepare for conflict.
Okay, let's go ahead and go loud here. Oh shit. That's it. Okay, this is definitely not uninfested. That was easy. Of course, after doing the queen hive in the desert, I don't think there's going to be too many tier 3s that are going to give us much trouble. Could be wrong about that. Shamway, Shoddy Messiah. There's another FAL. We'll have to, compare it because, yeah, same issue here. All right, I'll break this open. I wonder if it has something to do with this POI. I don't know. Well, no, because the first time I lock-picked the ATM machine out front, I didn't have that problem, so I might just need to relog or something. But I don't want to do that right now. Rebirth takes a relatively long time to load, so... What we might do, if the horde comes before I'm ready on the main base, is start off on this building and just see if they can get to us. And, oh, nice. That's a really good find. And once we determine that, like if we wait for like an hour or so, we'll have to guess though, because we have no way of knowing. Okay, we got some crossbow bolts. What is that? A one-handed spike hammer. First time I've seen that. Spike hammer when every problem looks like a nail. This is the right tool for the job. 33.4 melee, 61.1 power attack. Okay, that's interesting. What was I saying? Yeah, so we'll wait long enough to determine if there's a way for them to get up to us, and if we determine that there isn't, after about an hour-ish or so, then we'll know, and then we'll go find some smaller houses to do House Against the Horde. That's the tentative plan. Of course, I might have more time than I think I do, in which case, if we can get the Horde base ready, then we will do that instead. Lots of shoes and stuff. I think that's it for the loot. So let's go do our turn-in, and then I'm going to come back here and get all of the sellables, because that stuff will get destroyed, or some of it will anyways, during the Horde Night. So grab that stuff. 46 oil shell, that's nice. Any zombies here? I can get coal from this? Ooh, I can. Okay, good. That's nowhere near enough though, but it's something.
You look kinda soft. A big-ass gun'll make you hard. Just like me.
That's just wrong. Okay, let's put these on real quick. Because I'm just going to sell some stuff to him.
That
we
was
get
some
another
good
one.
Work.
Okay, so we get 3 tier 5 genetic fragments. We should... at some point, I'm going to start using the injections to push us up to the next level, but the best way to use those is just wait until you get really close to the end, because that's where you get the most bang for your buck on them. This compared to this has a a significantly, about 10% faster fire rate, and a bigger magazine and more mod slots. But it does a little less damage. However, look at how much that thing sells for. I think I'm going to get this and just sell it. Alright. Let's take another job from you. Fort Racer. Okay, Fire District is close. Jim and Tim's Bullets and Booze.
Nothing better than getting paid for handing out death certificates. Ah, the sweet smell of gunpowder.
Okay, so let's just sell a couple of things here. This is the one I'm going to sell, because I like this one better for the reasons just stated. And I don't think I'm going to hang on to any of these, because I already have versions of them. Sell that as well. I got plenty of table saw blades. We'll sell those. Okay, so that gets us up to 75, 37, and he hasn't reset. So that means whatever day it is, we're still in that day. Okay, let's take and put the gas in here. I'm gonna put the beaker in here for now. And let's put the flaming shaft in there too. We'll take this oil shell that we just got and turn that into gasoline. And I think for the rest of this stuff, we're just gonna do this. That in there. I can go in there, and we've got some steel arrows. Let's load those up. First time we've seen those. I'll keep the crossbow bolts in here for now, since we're not doing crossbows at the moment, but we might later. And I guess the spike hammer, maybe, I don't know. Let's do another comparison between these two. Take the mods off just because I want to, plus it unloads it. Okay, so, oh man, this has 2 more mod slots, so it does have that going for it, which would compensate for the lack of damage. Magazine size is quite a bit less. Fire rate's not that bad. Range... Are you... What? This only works up to 5 meters? That can't be right. Really? I don't know, man. If that's true, that's a deal breaker. Absolutely a deal breaker. I question whether or not that's actually true, though. All right, well, whatever. We'll keep using this for now. This is definitely done well by us. Evening. All right, I'm gonna go back to the bowling alley and get all the stuff. So that way, you know, we can use it for... okay, that's damaged. For selling. Or get the money from it before it gets destroyed on the Horde night. Any chance this works now? Nope. How many hit points is this? That's not too much. Let's just break this. ATMs sell for nothing. Alright. Well, let's screw that. I guess we have some flaming arrows too. Let's lock those 2 slots. Okay, let's loot. Alright guys, we are back. I grabbed quite a few CCTV cameras. Yeah. So I'm going to actually save those because we need those for crafting a variety of different things. Let's go back over here and once again get our bartering outfit and put that on. And I have I also put a few things in.
I've been drinking whiskey since 5 years old.
Swirly drones
Ready for
inventory.
duty.
So don't go pissing me off.
So this 481 cash is just stuff that the drone has picked up at random, which is pretty nice. So let's take all of that and
Think Joel's gear will
do a
save
sort. And we're currently sitting
what
at
I'm selling.
8,000. So let's make some money. Okay, so that gets us up to 11,000. He does not have a restock yet of armor-piercing 7.6s or shotgun slugs, which means we're still
Hoping the dead stay dead.
in whatever day
One
we are
customer
currently
at a
in.
time.
All right, nice. Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do... Oh, wait a minute. Why didn't you buy that?
Looking to arm up. Now you're armed and dangerous.
Forgot to sell it to him, that's why.
Just like me.
Those in there. Okay, so what happens if... Oh, we can't sell those and we can't scrap them. We can scrap these in here. Interesting. I wonder if we... What about in here? Oh, we can scrap these in here. We get brass. I'm not sure what we use brass for, since we can't make ammo. There's probably some kind of a use for it, I'm sure. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode here. I am going to go... Let's see, what am I going to do? I'm going to go to these areas here. And just cut down a whole bunch of the burned trees to get coal so we can make more steel. I'm going to go mine gas or oil shale more specifically. I'm going to keep mining stone and sand or the stone to make the sand, you know, all the stuff to keep making concrete to get the upgrades done. So we can do 30 more blocks there so far. And depending on how, much time I have, if I can get the Horde base ready, we will use it. If I can't, then we'll do House Against the Horde on the next Horde night. And then after that's done, then we'll go ahead and probably do our first snow cave run. That's the tentative plan at this point. At some point, I also want to get back to both of the hives and get all the stuff there, because there's thousands of dollars sitting in those places for us to sell. But it's just, I got to get out there, got to get it, take it back, sell it. And so that is also on the to-do list. With that being said, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share out the video. We'll catch y'all in the next episode. Bye-bye.